Proceed with caution. We're going to talk more about Naomi and what's going on with this injury here at the Paint Square Circle. Let's talk about it. Hey, guys, we're here at the Paint Square Circle. We will talk about will Naomi injury force her to vacate the Women's World Championship. You guys get the likes of this. We come to the Paint Square Circle. We are definitely going to talk about this one. Now, we know with Naomi, she was not on this episode of Monday Night Raw because she was not medically cleared for whatever reason. Now, there's been rumors and reports saying that, just rumors, nothing confirmed, that she may be out for a long time. There's even rumors saying that she may be pregnant. Now, I know she has an upcoming podcast interview with Stephanie McMahon's podcast, her and Big Jimmy Uso, on What's Your Story. That's coming up. Some people are speculating that there may be something going on. Maybe she's going to talk about what's going on. But that is pre-recorded. Now, thing about it is, what happened with Naomi? What's going on with her? Now, I heard that, that she is not, it's not no concern where does Naomi have to vacate the Women's World Championship? Now, when they announced that she would not be medically cleared for Monday Night Raw, it just said that she wasn't going to be around for Raw. It didn't say that she will have to vacate her championship or even her upcoming match against Stephanie Walker at Clash of Paris will be canceled. So that's still going on. I think Naomi's good. Now, if I'm going to be honest, my unbiased opinion, I like Naomi. I am a fan of her. I stayed down this channel before. I think Naomi may have had a medical procedure that caused her to take some time off of work wrestling. Now, these women, not just Naomi, they are wrestling a lot at a high capacity. And some of these women, they are even on birth control or whatever else they could be on. It's a possibility. I'm just speculating. Now, if Naomi was pregnant, maybe she went and had a procedure done so she wouldn't be pregnant anymore. And that may have caused her some time off. If that's the case, they can't really wrestle for a good 6 to 8 weeks. I'm just throwing that out there because I find it very random that Naomi all of a sudden could wrestle on Monday Night Raw. Now, the show was in, Quebec, Canada, but this most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, she just was not there. Maybe it was a traveling thing. It could have been a whole bunch of things, but we seen this with the women. Now, it's been a lot of injuries going on with the women's division as of late. We already got Liv Morgan out with an injury with her shoulder. We have Bianca Belair out with her finger. Now Naomi. Now, it could be a little bit of that. Also, with the women's roster particularly, from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT as well, these women are wrestling too much. They're wrestling at a high capacity. And I mean that because, let's be honest, guys, there's really not a brand split anymore. We can go and say for the record that the brand split is unofficially over according to WWE. But according to me at the Paint Square Circle, that brand split is over. Because we see women on the Raw roster come on SmackDown. Vice versa, we see women on the SmackDown roster show up on Raw. Or they may even show up on NXT. Look at Chelsea Green, Nia Jax being on NXT. We have seen women on both shows from Raw, SmackDown. And I think with all that going on, these women being on each other's shows or being all these shows in 1 week and the PLEs, and then there's also another thing. Now, I know they have said, well, WWE don't do live events like they used to. They cut down on it compared to what it used to be back in the old days. That is true. But also, WWE is a global company compared to, especially back in the Golden Era and even Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. WWE is doing a lot more international shows now, which means that costs them to fly across the country, have jet lag. They are traveling X amount of hours on that plane. I mean, we have Clash of Paris coming up. We have had a lot of stuff coming up already. You had Elimination Chamber in Canada. We also had a lot of other stuff going on where they have to travel. I think they just had their tour earlier this year where they was traveling internationally. And I think it's causing these women to have dehydration, possibly just being tired, burnt out. And they just wrestle so much and they're training so much and they're in the PC. It causes these women to have injury. And I think Naomi is the latest victim of that. She is out because all the hard work being put in. We see this time and time again. Anytime I've noticed with the women's roster, when a woman is being a lot of times invested into a certain wrestler, or she's on the come up as a heel or to come up as a babyface, boom, they're injured. They're out for X amount of time, whether it's for a few weeks, whether it's for a few months, maybe it's 6 months, maybe even a year. We have been seeing this for the past several years now. It's so many women on the roster being used so much, and it's so much the company's doing for them that they are being injured now. They're being out. I mean, we got 3 women out right now. If you look at the course of the past year, we had so many injuries on the roster. But Naomi, they said that she is fine. She's not going to be forced to vacate the title, but you have to ask, is it going to come to the point where she may have to vacate her title? And if it will suck if it came down to it, because Naomi done so much work in the past 6 to 8 months, ever since she turned heel. She had the WrestleMania match with Jade. She won the Money in the Bank in July, cashed in the Evolution, and now the Women's World Champ. Let's be honest. Like I said, I like Naomi. This is more likely her last run as a Women's World Champion. She's not going to have too many more opportunities, if not no more, at becoming a Women's World Champion or WWE Women's Champion, because she's at the tail end of her career. I stated this before. She's been wrestling for years. So I wouldn't want her last run, to end on a sour note like this. And I don't think it will. Maybe Naomi just needs some time off. Hopefully, whatever time she needs off is for the better. And once she's back, she's up and running, and she can go ahead and continue her run as the heel that she is. I mean, the whole proceed with caution is definitely over with the fans. We saw side Naomi we thought we would never, ever see in WWE. But I will say that I'm seeing more of this pattern on the roster of these women being overutilized. And if you keep doing that with WWE with the booking, it is going to cause these women to be injured and be out for a certain amount of time. Worst case scenario, maybe even career-ending injury. Look at the injury Charlotte Flair just came back beginning of this year from her torn ACL, MCL, where she was out for over a year. So we don't want to see too much more of that on the roster, because this will be a big, big downlet of the women's division. Now, I know there's a lot of women on the division. There's a lot of roster to choose from, but we want them all to be healthy, as a whole. We want them all to be healthy. We don't want these women being out for a little period of time. Now, I get it. I know people going to say, when it comes to wrestling and other sports, you're never 100%. You're always, dinged up, banged up. I get it. Naomi may not even be injured. She may just be hurt right now. She may just be hurt and just needs a little time to herself. Hopefully that's what the whole case is when it comes to Naomi, because I'm telling you right now, if she is out for X amount of time, she's forced to vacate the title, that's it for her. Her run will be over. And I don't want her run to be over like that, because that would be very sad to see. So hopefully that does not come down to that. That's the last thing we want as fans, because Naomi's doing good. She's the best heel on the roster. I mean, this is, I would literally put her as the women's superstar of the year, or at least the women heel of the year when it comes to WWE, all women's wrestling all around the world. But we're going to see what's going to happen next. I know they're going to do updates and everything else for that matter of what's going to go on. But I just found it weird that she didn't do the Monday Night Raw. But it's a speculation. It could be a work. Now, we've been seeing this lately. We've seen with the R-Truth situation when he was let go from his contract. We've seen with Seth Rollins, he did the rules. It could be a work with Naomi, too. So don't be surprised if Naomi swerved us or played us and everybody in the fans fell for it. Just keep that in mind. But other than that, that's all I have for when Naomi injury forced her to vacate the Women's World Championship. You guys let me know what you think. Is it going to happen or not happen? Check out the video link below. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.